Hey everybody, we are taking a look at a slide of nasal epithelium. We're going to look at olfactory epithelium, what we use to smell. And so right now we're seeing a lot of weird twisty things. This is the inside, the white space. This white space is the nasal cavity. And you can see that the nasal cavity is not just a single tube. It's very, let it focus. It's very circuitous because we've got this midline of cartilage, it's hyaline cartilage, we'll take a look at in a minute. And all these things make up your turbinates. Remember turbinates? It's what surrounds your nasal conchae. You need all these folds to help you smell, to help you filter air, to help you humidify and what's the other one? Filter, humidify, and heat air. And this increases the surface area so that when you take air in your nose, you can do all those things more efficiently. So let's zoom in. We're at 40x total right now. Let's zoom in to 100x total. The arrow right now is pointing at hyaline cartilage. You can see the chondrocytes inside of their lacunae, and we've got epithelium, let it focus, there we go, on either side. So it doesn't matter what side we pick. I'll just pick this side. I'm going to go to 400x. Okay, what we want to look for here, let's start with, sorry the focus is going crazy here. On the apical side, you can see little things poking out. Those little things are cilia. Those aren't the same kind of cilia that do the sweeping. Think of these as dendrites. They are dendrites. They're dendrites of the olfactory sensory neurons, olfactory epithelium cells. Most of the cells you see here aren't actually the ones that are for smelling. Most of these are supporting cells, and they're either basal cells or succinacular cells. We're not going to cover them. So how do you identify the actual sensory neurons, the ones that do the smelling? You want to find a long, narrow cell, which I'm trying to move this very, very slowly and carefully. Trying to find a long, narrow cell that reaches to the apical side and goes back a little more. So this would be one. Another good example would be here. Here's the nucleus of a long, narrow cell that extends to the apical side and goes backwards to the basal side. This olfactory sensory neuron, this olfactory receptor sensory neuron is a bipolar cell. Remember that bipolar shape when we find it in special senses? Olfaction, your sense of smell, is a special sense. If we go deeper, too deep, we'll find the cartilage, but over here, these clusters of lighter areas, like here to here, or this bundle, this roundish bundle from here to here, these are the olfactory nerves. This is olfactory nerve, cranial nerve 1. So these are the bundles of axons of the sensory neurons coming from over here. So once again, olfactory sensory neurons for smell, they've got their dendrites, they're called cilia because they hair-like, exposed to the apical side. This is a mucous membrane. When you smell things, chemicals, molecules, dissolve into that mucus, bind onto those dendrites and activate the sensory neuron. You've got your axons bundled deeper in. So you've got bundles of axons like over here. Over here. And then that goes through the ethmoid, the olfactory foramina, the cribriform plate, up to the olfactory bulb. And from the olfactory bulb, we've got another neuron extending through the olfactory tract to the olfactory cortex. All right, that's olfactory epithelium. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks.